Confidence in Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter is at an all-time low. There's, there's no better actual like litmus test of this than the current stock price. Understand that Elon Musk offered $54.20 per share to everybody who owns shares at Twitter. The stock price of Twitter right now is $37. That's almost a $20 premium in the gap, right? And if we look at, yesterday, it's down 5%. I'm sorry, it's down 5% today. It's down 1% over the last 5 days, and it's down almost 10% over the last month. This all after an initial price surge when Elon offered to purchase it back in April, surging all the way up to $50. You see it at $39. I think it peaked at $50.98. when the offer to buy happened, and then it's been cratering ever since, which is indicative of people losing confidence. People do not believe this deal is going to go through, and it's really hard to deny it or to kind of disagree with them. This article came out this morning from Barron's. Musk's Twitter deal has very little chance of holding up, says this particular analyst. The odds of Elon Musk buying Twitter, which is down 4.5% at the time of this writing, for the full $44 billion offer price from April now stands at less than 5%. That's according to Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives and John Katsingris in a July 7th note. They reduced their price target for Twitter to $43, saying there's still a 60% chance the deal gets done, but it's going to be at a much lower price. They suggest between $42 and $45 a share compared with the current offer of $54.20. Twitter stock is down 3.8% in this Friday pre-market. There's also a 35% chance that Musk walks away entirely from the deal. In fact, if that happens, he would be subject to the $1 billion breakup fee and would probably face an extended court challenge from Twitter. After making his bid in April, Musk said that the deal was on hold because there isn't enough information on the quantity of fake accounts on the platform that distort information for advertisers. Twitter's management has vowed to enforce the original agreement and promised a shareholder vote on the proposed proposal in late July or early August. If the deal does fall through, Wedbush said Wedbush would value the shares at $30 or lower. The Twitter soap opera is clearly coming to some sort of finale over the coming months, as Musk makes the final decision to stay with the lower price or go. The note said $54.20 at this point is essentially out the window. So, this is not like that wild, right? We've kind of known for some time that he was going to renegotiate this price. I do think it was really odd that he decided to forego his opportunity to look at the data and stuff like that, but he did. That's what he did. But this article from yesterday in the Daily Mail says Twitter claims it removes 1 million bots a day. Wouldn't it be easier to make it more difficult to sign up rather than removing all these bots? Anyway, by manually reviewing accounts, at that point, share prices surged 3.4% as execs hope it will push Elon Musk to move forward with a $44 billion takeover. Not going to happen. Twitter announced Thursday that it removes 1 million bots every single day, an announcement that the firm hopes will push Elon Musk forward with the $44 billion takeover. Musk offered to buy the social media platform back in April, but later threatened to pull the plug because he speculated at least 50% of all accounts are spam bots, even though Twitter has repeatedly stated it's only 5%. Here's the rub, or here's here's the sticking point. I don't think that there's a person alive that believes it's only 5%. There's just no way. If you've actually used the app, You don't believe that only 5% of the accounts are spam bots. You don't believe that. It's just not my experience either. In fact, my experience over the last couple of days with the Debate Me Bros makes me think that the 50% number is actually real. Now, if it's 20%, see, here's the thing. Elon Musk may have paid $1 billion just to expose the fact that Twitter's lying about their fake accounts. He's that much of a madman. And to be honest, I think it would be extraordinarily unlikely that that Twitter will be able to collect the $1 billion. And I don't think Elon even cares. If I had $50 billion, would I care about $1 billion? Probably not. I know it sounds crazy to say out loud. I don't know how I can put that in like us terms, regular people's terms. But if I say like, if you had $1,000 and would you care about $1? You know, probably not. Probably not. If you had $10,000, would you care about $10? Probably not. I don't know if that's a fair comparison though. It's, you know, it's Friday. I'm a little hazy yet from yesterday, and you know, the math isn't right there, but you get what I'm saying. Now, Twitter executives broke down exactly how the bots are removed from the platform, which is done by manually reviewing thousands of accounts each quarter, according to Bloomberg. Internal data is also used to determine if IP addresses and phone numbers linked to the account belong to a bot or a human. Thursday's statement is not the first time Twitter has discussed its battle against spam bots. CEO Parag Agrawal tweeted in May, "We suspend over 500,000 spam accounts every day. Usually before you ever see them on Twitter. We also lock millions of accounts each week that we suspect may be spam. If they can't pass human verification challenges, that is. Fake social media accounts have been problematic for years. Advertisers rely on the number of users provided by social media platforms to determine where they will actually spend their money. Spam bots are also used to amplify messages and spread disinformation." Well, they're also used to spread regular information, I would suspect, right? They're not only used for misinformation. They're used to spread whatever it is that they want to spread. You mean if you think that presidential candidates don't use bot farms to get a bunch of quote tweets and stuff? I mean, come on. How did the New York Times have how many millions of followers and they can't even get 50 likes on most posts? How many of those followers do you think are real? And like, when you look at Twitter, this from 57 minutes ago, Twitter's acquisition by Elon Musk in jeopardy, report says. Twitter stock fell in pre-market trading Friday. Musk deal by Twitter is in serious jeopardy, the Washington Post said, owned by Jeff Bezos. It said that Musk's camp concluded that Twitter's figures on spam accounts are not verifiable. Twitter stock dropped 4.3% to $37 in afternoon action at the stock market today. Twitter stock has been on a roller coaster ride ever since Musk in April made a highly speculative bid to acquire the social media company for $54 a share. No, it really hasn't been. It went up, and then ever since like 3 days after that, it's been going down on average every single day. The board of directors ultimately agreed to the deal, but action in Twitter stock showed that there's plenty of uncertainty as to whether it's going to go through or not. Musk's team has stopped engaging in discussions for funding in the $44 billion deal. The Post said if Musk pulls out of the deal, it could trigger a big legal battle, as the original deal spelled out a $1 billion fee if one or the other side busts the deal. The Wall Street Journal said, though, that Twitter laid off 30% of its talent acquisition team at the company that deals with increasing business pressures. The layoffs are expected to affect fewer than 100 people. The cuts are limited to the talent acquisition team. Well, I would assume that if you're not going to be hiring anybody, you probably don't need a huge team of people that hires people. But, you know, you have layoffs at Twitter. You have the stock continues to be awful. I would say that my confidence in this deal ever getting done has never been lower. It really, I don't think. I think that Elon could walk away from this right now and have done irreparable damage to Twitter. Like, he's put enough into doubt about what they say about. The thing is that what a lot of people don't understand, what the reason these bot accounts are important from an advertising perspective, right? When I buy ads on Twitter, which I never do because I tell my clients it's a huge waste of money, you'll often pay one of two ways: per impression, meaning every time someone sees your ad, or per click, every time someone clicks on your ad. If I'm paying for impressions, 1 million impressions, and 400,000 of them are bots, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. And then once you extrapolate that across everybody who spends money on Twitter, you're talking about massive money. You're also talking about a company that has made this claim of 5% to the SEC year after year after year. Elon poking around in there just may actually topple the whole thing. It's going to be interesting to see. I hope you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, please do click that red subscribe button down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.